Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have 2 U's, and a duplicate E, which isn't as bad as the 2 U's. So I'll be looking to try and get rid of both if possible. But I certainly... Actually, I was about to say I certainly won't be bingoing, but with a P, I would have had you few eyes. How good would that have been if opponent played a P? EUPHUISE. Wasn't to be this turn, so what to do? The C I don't think makes a 5 vowel 8, but I have Huey here for 23. That seems okay. Not a bad pickup there. I've got a much more balanced rack. I have the re prefix. Opponent has exchanged. Do I have a bingo? Guardies through an A. I have the DE prefix or ending. Just not seeing anything. Gru looks okay, or I want to keep the G. I've got rejudges. Can you rejudge something? You can. There we go. So I draw a fairly balanced rack here. I have the non-prefix, and I have noble. I think noblemen might be good, and that actually plays in 2 spots. There, and also in column L. So I hope that remains available. Well, I can't see both spots being blocked. This spot obviously scores more because it gets the M doubled and the whole word doubled. And it doesn't leave an N hanging out in the trip lane. I might be wrong about nobleman, but I think it is good. A very high rated opponent here, 2214. Yeah, nobleman's fine. Opponent does bingo nicely with Kazi's. I don't draw a great rack here. Do I have anything through the floaters under underrate through an E. Two disconnected floaters, two E's. Okay, opponent plays through two floaters there. I don't have underrate because I don't have two E's to work with. What else to do here? Draunt is good. And daunt as well. What about yard? That's 24, not a great rack leave. $26, same rack leave. That actually takes a Y on top. Ye drad. There is one Y to come. So 26 for drad, 23 for daunt. Yeah, I don't like that rack leave. I think I will play drad here for 26. Okay, I draw fairly well. Retinula onto an A, that plays down here. And tenurial ontlia. Do I have anything through this N? I have the inter prefix. I have the like component of a word. Turn runt like. I don't know if that would be a thing. Runt like. Oh, he takes out both my well, he's definitely taken out tenurial, and he's taken out retinula. That's a shame. Anything through the outliner, through the O. What do I have with the D? Underlit. That'll work. I draw the X and the Q. This will be a great spot. Hopefully opponent plays down there, because my Q does play here for 36. I have cat on my rack, which does currently play next to the Z, 35 there, and it might be worth hanging on to the Q if I have a good X or Y play, something like a taxi. I'd need another A for that. I have picks on my rack, which scores quite well up in the top right. Oh, what am I doing? PYX. There we go. 49. Gives a little bit back on the left here. But yeah, most would say, okay, opponent plays airfoil. And that's going to, yeah, I wonder, do I play cat to frustrate the S hook? 39, I will go with this. Don't draw an S. Not sure if airfoil takes an S. Opponent plays half there. And I think picks still looks best in the top right here. Like I said, it will give back some score on the left. We are currently about level, but opponent is on turn. Mayo Knight, not quite. I have the men component of a word, and I have the time component. Do I have a bingo on this rack? Not many floaters to consider. I have nothing for going in front of both NI or B, which is a shame. That means opponent, and same goes for ZO. I don't have an A there. Look at all these A's. I have mime here for 26, creating a bingo lane. Team here for 33, that's quite good. Yeah, I'm going with this. Just have a quick look. I don't think this T will assist because I have 2 on my rack, but maint is good. M-E-I-N-T. Maint. I don't think that helps anywhere. Imminent. Not quite. Okay, I'm going with team. It's a good rack leave, T-I-N. Not a good pickup, unfortunately. Adjutant. No. Okay, I knew opponent would score well there because it was such a hot spot. I have the anti-prefix. Anti-gate, no good. Oh, of course, there are no S's, so that wasn't really a worry. There's no L to come, so a play of AG there. Can I get rid of another? I don't want to leave 2 I's on my rack. 29, is that the best I can do? I can play Naga, but obviously that gives back a play on to the trip. Yeah, I think I will go with this at the risk of drawing another I. Yep, I do draw another I, unfortunately. And I'll have to deal with this. I have inwit on my rack. And nitwit, but that doesn't quite reach the T. These are pretty flexible letters, so I think opponent's bound to score well here. Where does my W play to good effect? I mean, this is so weak for 11, not even worth contemplating. W. Mini gives a useful floater to opponent. 20 points though. I suspect my opponent might actually play something like Mink there, or Mick, M-I-C-K. That'd be a fairly big score. And with scores this close, I think a mid-30s play now would be pretty much game winning. Okay, opponent, he scores 20. It's not as bad as it could have been. W, I don't have an E for going under the R. I can't get value off the Q, nothing ends in QI. Nothing for going above SI. One tile in the bag. Opponent's bound to score well with these tiles, so I'd say my goose is probably cooked here. Just not seeing Waney is good, but that's where the story ends. Pwn, PWN, 16, just gives back too much there. A play like Anu just cancels out my score, and yeah, nitwit, I think. I mean, emu, no, enu is good. Is it nitwit really the best? I just can't see plays. There's no scoring opportunity for the W. Not with this rack. I'd play the W there, but 11 points. Surely there's something better. Pwn just gives back too much. I can't do that. Nitwit for 10. PIR. Ripped. I mean, that's one way to go out, but it's a guaranteed loss. I think with the artillery that my opponent has on his rack, there's no way to avoid the inevitable loss. I have trip as well here. 8. I haven't identified an outplay apart from in this quadrant. Yeah, opponent scores 22 there. And unassailable, the lead. 1 minute 30 to find a 30-point play. That's not going to happen. Yeah, opponent has deck there for about 28 if I play something like PI here. So I really do need to go out. Trip for 8. Yeah, just not seeing anything. I wonder if Auden... Don't think so. No, it was worth a try. It would have won the game. Anyway, we'll go out with Trip. Oh, Ripe. That's a better score. Not enough to win, though. Ripe. Okay, so final score 469 to opponent, 454 to me. A winning margin of 15 points. So thank my opponent for a good game. Now let's have a look at what we did miss, and just to see if there was a winning play at the end. I don't think there was. Back to the beginning, and Jocko was my opponent's opening move. That looks fine. Huey for 23 was mine. That looks okay. Exchange for opponent, and then Goodsire through the eye for an absolute mozza, 104. I didn't even contemplate the eye, and that is a word I'm familiar with. So, Goodsire, maybe I should have taken a bit more time to think about other floaters. So, I guess I just saw rejudges and jumped on it, but wow, great play. Ryegrass for 94, very nice through the G opponent had. He went with Carses, nothing wrong with 83 points. Nobleman seemed fine for 80, that was my play. And then Oversouls for 66, that's fine. Very fancy through 2 disconnected floaters. Yurt for 21. Drad scored more with a slightly worse rack leave. So not much in it there. The equity points very close too. So Dyson's for 51, Zinked for 50, very similar. So nice play by opponent through the K there. Underlit for 72 was the only bingo. That was Airfoil for 86 was opponent's only bingo. And then there were no S's left at this stage, so it couldn't be pluralized. Cat for 39 seems fine. Half for 42, or half, both the top plays there. So Picks for 49 was mine. Grebo was opponent's for 35. That looks optimal. And Team was best for 33. That was my play through the middle. Avo for 39. So pretty much optimal all the way here. Ignatia. Oh. That is a word I do know. So I am pretty disappointed for having not spotted that. Ignatia. I have played it before. It's a little tricky to spot, admittedly, because the ING combo kind of takes preference in one's thought process as far as anagramming the letters is concerned. But Ignatia, very nice for 72. I went for Aga, 29 points, not a great rack leave. And then Mitt was opponents for 20, Nitwit for 10, or Inwit for 12. Okay, Inwit. Yeah, I did actually identify Inwit on my rack earlier. Yes, Inwit there, but leaving the I next to the trip and the opponent had the K. Nah, not worth it. I deliberately played defensively there. And unfortunately I just couldn't eke out more than, barely got to double figures off that rack. And then opponent had these heavy weights to hit home with. So Core for 22 or Wakeman for 20. So that was enough for him, and I couldn't play on to the K. Ripe was best for 9. So that was the end of the game. So pretty close in the end there. Ignatia, pretty serious miss. I think it was the only notably suboptimal play that I missed, but all in all a good game. I thought my opponent played really well through those disconnected floaters and some nice cool words like Grebo and Kazi's. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.